Hi Libra, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This, Libra, is your healing intuitive tarot reading for the time between the 25th of July and the 8th of August. I'm going to draw some cards. One row is going to relate to this last week of July. The second row is going to relate to this first week in August. There's also a Reiki session that's included in this video. You don't have to do anything apart from sit back and enjoy it. But if you do want to find out a little bit more about how to make sure that you get your session, just watch the other video that I produced about receiving your distant Reiki. Okay, my darlings, I've shuffled, I've meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we'll get started on your reading. Okay, these are your cards. That one, I wasn't sure about that one, but we know the drill with that one. This is the card at the base of your reading. And that's the Queen of Swords, okay? So similar. Same energies anyway. Anyway, it's you, Libra, it's you. Now, the card in the base of the reading is the overall energy of this next couple of weeks, or the perspective that you need to see this reading through. Quite similar to Pisces, Gemini, in the sense that they receive the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords as well in their reading. And the message of the Queen of Swords is about, it's your energy, so it's about your thoughts, mind, clarity, consciousness, communication, how we speak, what we say, why we say what we think, etc. Okay, so the queens are passive, so it's about what's within us, our innate or inner wisdom or understanding. So this is you coming into awareness about what it is you think, about your perspective, about you're engaging. As I said to Gemini, you should just watch that actually. Now, as I said to Gemini, you're engaging with with your emotional body. You're listening to it in a way, and it's actually helping you to grow in wisdom, in understanding, etc. So let's have a look specifically then at what you can expect to face over this next couple of weeks. These are our key energies. We'll look at this one right at the end and we'll treat that as an outcome. And we've got this one first of all. We've got the Queen of Wands, so we've got another Queen. Okay, so the Wand energy is related to your second chakra, your sacral chakra, and your sacral chakra is is the seat of your soul. Really, it's the life force, the thing that animates us all, our imagination, our creativity, our passions, our motivations, the thing that literally moves us. Now, with the Queen, it's about understanding, it's about awareness. So in this instance, it's understanding what you think, understanding your perspective, understanding what you want to say. With the Queen of Wands, it's about understanding what you're passionate about, what moves you, listening to that passion. Now, sometimes we can ignore it. We can say that it's not important that I that I love this, or that I'm attracted to this, or that I desire this. We can say it's not important. Whereas the Queen of Wands at least acknowledges the importance and significance of her desires, and of what she wants, and of her passion, and of the ideas and the imaginations and the dreams that she may have. Doesn't matter, he, she, doesn't matter. So this is the energy, and it actually is a confident card. This card is clarifying this. I don't usually get clarifiers for the key energies, actually, but this one is clarifying this one. So the Queen is also linked to, our, as I said, our dream world as well. You know, we've got this, I can't remember what they call them now, familiar. We've got the familiar here of the black cat, and that is really about this connection to our intuition, a confident connection to our intuition, a confident connection to our passions, and an increase of awareness of those things. Okay, this is what this card and this energy represents. So you should be feeling like this over this next 2-week period, or by the end of this 2-week period. It's clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So we've got this energy here of cooperation with this energy. We've got this energy of, if you, and that's what it might be, you know. There might be a reluctance on your part to act. We've seen only feminine, no masculine. Feminine energies are related to the moon, which is, as I said, about our internal emotions, intuitions, that process, or the esoteric parts of our lives, our dreams, our wishes, our fantasies. The masculine energies are related to our actions, what we do. So we're going to go out and do something. And I don't see any actions yet, but this energy here indicates that there is cooperation for you. There's cooperation that's going to support you in your passions. There's cooperation that's going to support you in the things that you imagine and dream and wish for. What it tells me, these 3 cards, is that there might be a slight reluctance on your part to go after the things that you want. There might be a reluctance now, as you sit in on the 24th or the 25th of July. There may be a reluctance for you to go after the things that you want, even though you understand clearly, at least now, finally, what those things are. So let's have a look. This is saying, if there is reluctance, there's no need for the reluctance. It's as if the universe wanted to give you this message separate. I mean, as I said, this is the 11th or 10th, whatever reading I've done. And this is the first time in all these readings that I've ever had a clarifier for a key energy. So it's kind of, I think that's why it indicates to me, I feel it's indicating to me a reluctance on your part to go after the things that you want, as I said, to act on what you now know and understand. There is no need to be afraid. There's no need to feel reluctant. You are going to be supported by those people around you and by the universe as well itself. Okay, so let's put those there and let's have a look at this first week in the last week of July. So we've got the 4. I let out a little chuckle then, and that's because 4 is the number that helps to activate your Reiki. You're welcome, and also what I just said about your reluctance to move on something, to act on something, that's literally this energy here. Okay, so we've got the 4 of Pentacles, we've got the 2 I'm laughing because, again, I've just said it, 2 of Swords, the Hanged Man and the Tentacles. Good. Okay, so this is what I'm saying to you. It's like your reluctance to act on something. There is you can sense that. I could sense that anyway, but looking at those 3 cards, it was obvious to me. But there's a reluctance to act on something. But what I want you to not feel, I don't want you to interpret that, because what people do is they say, I am not doing this, therefore that must mean that I don't want to, I don't like them, whatever. But it doesn't mean that necessarily. I am not acting now. That's all you need. You don't need to finish that sentence off. You don't need to interpret that behaviour. Because this energy here tells me that there's actually these 2 energies. We're going to look at both these 2 energies together, actually. These 2 energies here tell me that there's a consolidation process occurring for you right now. Or there has been, as you enter this last week of July. You've been going through this consolidation period where you're trying to understand the truth of where you want to put your energy. Remember, Pentacles energy is where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest our security. So it's about, and 4s are about our foundations, the structures in our lives, the things that our lives are built on, the things that your identity is built on, for example, and the things that your wealth is built on, your happiness, your self-esteem is built on. And at the moment, or previously, just previous to this week, there's been this energy of, you've been through a process of learning. That's indicated by the Hanged Man. And you're in that stage right now, where you are you want to re-establish some new foundations in your life. You want to make some changes. You're feeling like you need to make some changes. You want to make some changes. You've learned something previous to today. You've learned something, and this learning is encouraging you, helping you, opening you up, your mental body, your emotional body, your spiritual body. It's opening you up, this learning, to think, there's more here, there's something else here, there's more to this here, there's more to life here, there's more to me now. And you want to act on this new information, on this new feeling that you're getting. You know, I just spotted him, the Knight of Pentacles as well. He's the same. He takes his time, you know, to build security. He takes his time to come into these awareness. And these two cards are that energy of taking your time to come into awareness. This is also this energy of, with the Hangman here, card number 13, 1, 3. Excuse me, not 13, 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So we've got 1 as a new beginning, and we've got 2 as a new commitment. So we've got the possibility of a new commitment, of a new partnership, of a new understanding, of a new relationship, of a new idea with the Hangman. But in order to reach which is more authentic, 3, and more in alignment, number 3, with who you are. But with the Hangman, we have to wait, we have to assess, we have to consider, we have to think about how our previous experience, maybe this year, the last 5 months, the last 5 months, 8 months, 5 to 8 months for you guys. The last 5 to 8 months, there's been a period of learning. It might, and do you know what it is? You generally live your life. Things happen in life. You take it as it comes. You take it at face value. Actually, what started to happen for you in 2019, or toward the back end, about October time, back end of 2019, and in 20. The back end of 2018 and into 2019, what's happened is that things have, life's happened, experiences have happened, and actually what that's made you do is it's made you question things, the things that have gone on in your life. It's opened you up a little bit more. It's opened you up to new ideas, to things that you wouldn't really consider before, to your emotional body, to contemplating your own actions, and to contemplating your responses, and to contemplating and thinking back and all that type of stuff. And that's healthy for you. That's new for you. That's progress for you. That's evolution for you. That's growth in maturity on emotional and mental level. You're maturing. This has been a time period for you. And so there may be a reluctance, as I said already, there's maybe a reluctance to move. You may feel like you're being reluctant to move, but actually what's going on is this process is meant to be going on. We know this because of this Hangman. We know this because of the 3 of Pentacles. We know this because of the cards. That's what we know. It's leading us to this, but we'll look at this one first. So the 2 of Swords, I talked about all these cards. It's so funny. I was saying in Gemini's video, I said, these cards didn't come from Gemini's video, only this one. But I said to them, this year, the energy's been very, I think this one as well. Anyway, the energy's been it's been like wading through treacle for all the earth signs, I said, and for all of us, but especially the earth signs, I said, because you felt the pace slow, whereas usually you'd be decisive and you'd act and you do, and you wouldn't necessarily have to worry or think worry about it afterwards. What's been going on now is we've been experiencing energies like the Hanged Man, the Death, the Transformation, the 2 of Swords. So I said these cards, and they come up in your reading because you tend to interpret your actions. So you tend to look at yourself, I'm not doing anything, therefore that means I am X, whatever. But actually what's happened now is you're starting to realize I'm not doing anything, and that's where I need to be right now. Not even understanding why you need to be there right now, but you're starting to understand that. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. And there's an element now, I talked about number 2, you know, 2 is a commitments, like the partnerships duality. I just said that, 2 is a commitments, partnerships duality. And we have this energy of, again, sword energy, thoughts, mind, clarity, consciousness, communication. And there's this idea of, which way do I go now? Do I behave and act in the future as though I've learnt these lessons? Or do I, even having learnt these lessons, continue in my life as I was before? There's almost, and actually this is what's going on in your head. You're having these conversations with yourself where you're questioning your actions. You're saying, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm not moving. I didn't used to do this. Why am I doing this now? And you're actually kind of self-analyzing, you know, what psychoanalyzing yourself. And you're looking, but as I said, even though you don't have an answer, you can't answer the question definitively, and you know you can't, even though you've tried, and even though you think you've come up with an answer, and you tell yourself, yeah, that's the answer, but you know, hang on a minute, my feelings are telling me something different here. And that was not like you before. Not just you, Libra, all the earth signs. This year, the last 3 years especially, but this year, the transformations that we're going through, it's opening the earth signs up, their emotional bodies up, these interpretations up. So, this is you doing that thinking, doing that questioning, not sure. But actually, this is the healthiest place that you've been for such a long time, because actually, you're at least listening and acknowledging that. You're acknowledging the fact that you don't know. You're acknowledging the fact that, yeah, that's what I think, but I feel a bit different. I think that, but I don't ever feel that. And it's something that you're just having these conversations with yourself in your mind. This is what this is indicating. But look, this is why I love the universe so much, because it gives you this hope of your truth being manifested, yourself being manifested, the true you being manifested in the world. And it's that brings about emotional abundance. And it's this process that brings about this manifestation of your true self, this manifestation that brings about the abundant joy that we're all wanting in our lives. The truth of who we are out in the world, warts and all, happy to be here. It's all good. You know, and this is what this process is leading you to. It's leading you to this 10 of Cups. Remember, cups are about our emotions, yeah? I mean, you know, our emotions, our intuition, our emotional body, our emotional world, those reactions and that maturity. And this is saying that it's that part of you that you are going to be able to feel confident enough to show to the world now, to manifest to the world. So even if everyone says to you, Libra, in your life, oh bloody hell, you never cry at TV programs or whatever it is, you know, you're too bloody, you're not soft enough, you, or whatever. I don't know how your friends speak, but anyway, I'm not a Libra, but you get my point, yeah. People always see you as this way. People always see you as focused and logical and reasonable and da. But now, this process that you've been on in 2019, or probably since about October 2018, but definitely in 2019, this process that you've been on is helping you to manifest your emotions in the world. And actually, you're not feeling as vulnerable as Gemini. Gemini had 3 pages in their reading, so there's a feeling of vulnerability for them. In a way, you're not feeling as vulnerable as them, because you've spent a bit more time doing that consolidation as yet. So I'm excited for you, because it's about your life is going to open up for you. Your life is going to open up for you. You're going to start to have new experiences now, just because you're accepting more of yourself. I mean, most of the time we only look at 30% of ourselves, which is, you know, what am I doing? What actions am I doing? If you know that's what people look at. They look at what people do. They don't look at and that's all you look at. That's all we look at as individuals. We look at, what am I doing? What did I do today? Like, that's your day. Like, if you didn't do, what did I do today? Like, it's not useful if you didn't do anything. And what does to do even mean? Anyway, I'm getting all philosophical, but you get my point. My point is that those questions and actually that narrow view that we all have is opening up for you now, where you're starting to include not what did I do today, but how did I feel? And maybe that's maybe taking a bit too far for some of you, but you get my drift. Yeah, there's an engagement with your emotional body now to a point which is actually, it's that engagement which is, and that process which is bringing you toward the abundance, the joy and the abundance that you want and you desire. Okay, so let's look at August, my darlings. We've got the Lovers card. Yay! Okay, Lovers. We've got the Lovers. We've got the, oh my God, the World card with a clarifier. The Seven of Cups with a clarifier. And the Judgment energy with no clarifier. Okay, so the Lovers card, number 6. This is Gemini. I've been talking about Gemini. How often? Gemini's cards. So some of you might be hitting a Gemini. No, I'm going to do a love reading for August at the beginning of August. So I'm not going to really labour and talk about love, even though if you are dating an Aries, a Gemini, check their reading out, because their reading was like, wow, man, let love read, lovish kind of reading, as was Pisces. Anyway, I digress. So, the Lovers card. So the Lovers card, we're not looking at the love at the moment. We're looking at what this card represents, what this energy represents for you. And this energy represents for you, for the individual, your masculine, your feminine. Your masculine, your feminine. Your masculine, as I said, the actions that you take outside in the world, the sun. And your feminine, what you understand, your emotional processes, your emotional world within the moon. That's the feminine. And the Lovers card is about a balance between those things. It's about an understanding of the appreciation of both of those things and the significance of both of those things in generating forward movement and in generating the abundance and the life that you want. There's a sense of acceptance. There's a sense of, I accept myself fully with this energy. I accept who I am, past mistakes, past experiences, past hurts. I accept them. This is what Eve would say, or your feminine side would say. I accept them because it's those experiences that have helped me to be the woman or the man or the person that I am standing in front of you today. That's what Eve would say. Then Adam would say, and now I know and understand this, I can act and behave more compassionately to myself and to other people. I can be truthful and honest. I can be open. I can be me, and I can accept me, and I can accept others. That's the beauty of the Lovers card, of this energy, of this Adam and Eve card. I'll keep saying Adam and Eve, of this energy. It's the beauty of it. Now, yeah, for some of you, this could be indicative of love relationships, of love situations. There may be, just looking briefly, because I'm not going to talk about love in this reading, but just looking briefly, there could be some form of either a new relationship with the World card, or with this card, with Judgment here as well, a reconnection, like something's revealed about an ex-partner or something. These are going to tell us more anyway. And there's confusion around whether you want to get back with that person or not. There might have been separation, blah, blah, blah. Have a look, Libra, at the pick a card reading for the summer months, which is about love over the summer months. And I will do, as I said, love readings in August, so you can see specifically if that's what you're interested in. Okay, so next we have the World card, okay? So we have the World card, and the World card is about these. This is the last card in the Major Arcana. Number 21. Again, a number 3. Again, a number 3. So we've got this energy here of expansion, truth, but we've also got this energy of completely new experiences. You're about to enter. You've been on the journey of the Fool. You've been through the Fool, the Magician. You've been through, you've been through Chariot. You've been through the Tower. You've been through that, and that has taught you so much. And you are now entering new energy. You're now entering, oh my gosh, and a new abundance. I mean, how often do we get in one reading the Lovers card plus the 10 of Cups plus the 10 of Pentacles? Already now the 2 of Cups, and then we've got a hat trick, haven't we? This is literally showing you. I'm doing this again because I want to clap, because it's been like, I know the struggle has been real, Libra. I know the struggle has been real in 2019. I know it has been for all of us. And I said it. Yes, on Monday when I started filming, I tell you what, the new energy's coming through. The Reiki session has been activated, by the way. The Reiki It's just helping us to push through those last little bits. The last little bits of the remnants of the walls that we've been dismantling, for 3 years, but definitely since October, November time, 2018, we've been dismantling these walls. We've been trying to understand. We've been trying to engage with new parts of ourselves. We've been growing in our maturity, and what's happening now is that we are finally at a place where we can take these opportunities. We can say, right, okay, I'm here. Right, let me walk through this door now. Let me claim what is rightfully mine. Let me claim what I've earned because of the work that I've been going through, because of the consolidation that I've had to do, because of the thinking and the reflecting I've had to do. But it's brought you awareness. It's brought me into who I am. And that's what gives me confidence now. I know that I can achieve the security that I want. Let me move forward. We've got this abundance now, these new opportunities, these new energies, new cycles coming through. For some of you, that might be new relationships, new jobs, new opportunities. But most of all, the most important thing is that you feel the difference. You feel the difference, Libra. You know, you can pinpoint the things that you've learned about yourself, about that past relationship, about that past hurt, about that past betrayal, how it affected you, how it affects your behaviour now. You can pinpoint these things, and you didn't know these things 8 months ago. You didn't know them. Now you know. You can speak of them. You can speak about them with much clarity in a way that you weren't able to do before. That's the beauty of the healing that you've been on of the journey that you've been on. So we now have the Seven of Cups. So we've got this energy, the mystery. Remember, 7 is my master number. 7s are about mystery. They're about, and by mystery we mean we try to understand why. Why do I feel this way? Why do I want this? Is this what I want? These are the questions. What are my desires? Why are they my desires? Blah, blah, blah. These are the questions of the number 7, of the 7 of Cups. So let's see what this is related to. This confusion. There you go. So you've got this reciprocity here. I mean, I love this. This is like poetry, this reading. Because the 6 of Pentacles is the reward. The reward for the journey that you've been on. The rewards. The practical, manifested, real life, 3D rewards for the work and the energy and effort that you've put in to come into this awareness and to bring about your own healing. Because now there's opportunities. Now there are things coming towards you. I don't know what these things are, but they're coming towards you. Might be money, might be job offers, might be people, might be an opportunity for a relationship, might be an apology. I don't know. It could be anything. And for you, it could be more than one thing. For some of you, it could be more than one thing, and you're trying to work it out, what you want, who you want, why you want it, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is that's coming towards you, it's like you want to stay authentic. You want to stay true to the things that you've learned about yourself, to the things that you now know about yourself that you did not know. So when you get these rewards, whatever they are, as I said, whatever they are, financial, blah, 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 you're going to think very carefully and engage very carefully with your intuition and your emotional body. You're going to engage very carefully to understand, is this really... knowing what I now know, is accepting this the truth, really what I want? Or what would actually, this is what they've offered me, but what actually now I know me more, what is that what will make me happy? Okay, no, how can I adjust that offer, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is for you, it could be relationship, whatever. Money, job, whatever. But ultimately, you are becoming so much more discerning because we have the logic, the brain power. We have the logic, the brain power, the reasoning of this is deserved, this is appropriate, this is necessary, this is fair, this is or whatever. But we also have the passion. But does it feel right? Does it feel appropriate? And for you guys, that's like, it's a new language almost. It's a language that you've been developing, that's been developing for you over this past, as I said, recent past. It's been developing for you. And now you're starting to take that out into the world. You're starting to manifest with it. You're starting to use and apply what you've learned. I mean, amazing, amazingly beautiful. So I trust you. And actually, you trust you to make your own decisions. You trust you now to make more measured decisions, because we're accounting for, yes, the Adams and the actions, but we're also accounting for the Eves, the feelings. We're also accounting for our emotional response to something, not just our logic and reasoning. And some of you, there may be a decision, because we've got 2 decision cards here, and we've got this, we've got decision cards here as well. So it might be a decision that you have to make between whatever that is, between 2 people, between 2 jobs, between 2 places of living, whatever, between staying or going, whatever it is. You are in a place where you're trying to make a decision about how you want to move forward, how you want to progress in some area of your life, whatever it is for you as an individual. And in order to make that decision, you are relying both on, okay, this is what happened in the past. This is your logic. This is what happened in the past. This is the amount. This is how much time it's going to take. This is how much money it's going to cost. This is how much blah blah blah, whatever. So you're accounting for that with the logic, but you're also accounting for your emotional and your intuitive and your imaginative, creative, passionate side in order to make your decision, in order to reach a conclusion. Okay, your final card, well, not final card, is the Judgment energy. So the Judgment energy, I'll just say this pretty quickly, it's number 20 as well. So again, another commitment. So there's something, someone wants you, or some entity wants you, like a company or a job, or someone wants you on their side, someone wants you to think what they think, whatever. But actually what happens, I actually feel like this judgment is you bring about this. I think this is you actually making a decision. I feel like this is you manifested. I mean, look, we can see that the pretty similar. We've got entity in the sky, not entity, but you know what I'm saying. And we've got the male, divine masculine, feminine, and the child, if you will. So if you think about it, there's a sort of mirroring of imagery on those 2 energies, because as I said, I think this is you bringing about this judgment, because really what judgment is, it's an event, a circumstance or situation that arrives that shows us the truth of who we are. Now, as I was saying to you earlier with this card, this is you manifested in the world. This is you manifesting your truth, your new emotional self, your newly matured, that new language that you found. This is you speaking it out in the world. And I feel like this is you making a decision. Now, generally speaking, as I said, judgment is brought about by the universe. It's brought about by something else or something outside of yourself, or your higher self. So it could be, that's why with a higher self here, it could be illness, whatever. But I feel like it's a decision that you make that brings about this judgment, where basically you're showing people, this is who I am, by the decision that you make, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's look at the outcome then. The final key energy, or the outcome for this month, for this 2-week period, is the 4. Oh my gosh! There's a real sense of security and abundance for you. Number 4s are about our security, our structures, the structures in our life, the things that we need, the things that we want, the things that we desire, the things that we're passionate about. That's all those things combined in that one card. And that's you being able to have those things, you being able to, you feeling like you've got those things in your life. And I really think it's as a result of a decision that you make. And the decision, whatever it is, whether it's love, whatever it is, it's as if this is a decision that you wouldn't have made this decision 6 months ago. And it might surprise people that you are thinking this way, or that you are behaving this way. But you have the confidence. You have the confidence within you, because you've been internally on this journey of as I said, of opening up to your emotions and of responding to them, of connecting to them. And so to everyone else, it might be a surprise that you decide to take him back, or take her back, or forgive, or move to this part of the world, or take that job, or start that, whatever it is. It might seem like a surprise for everyone else, but within you, you're confident, and you're confident, and you've got every right to be confident. And not only do you know you've got every right to be confident, look what also pops out just to give you that extra little boost of confidence there. The 3 of Pentacles. This is not just you're doing what you feel good, what feels good and right to you. And this is the universe supporting you, but not just the universe supporting you. This is people around you, manifested people, opportunities around you that are supporting in this next step, in this decision. So you have got to, I'm excited because I feel like some of you have needed to hear this message. I feel like some of you have been waiting almost I feel like some of you have been waiting, so, right, I need to make this decision, I want to make this decision, and you felt like you've been waiting. I feel like you've been waiting for this reading almost, you've been waiting for this confirmation. Yes is the answer to your question, or no, if that's the answer, if you know what makes sense. You've got to do, you're right in what you feel, you're right in what you think. Go for it, because even though it might seem out of character, if other people looking at you, they might seem that's out of character for her, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. You can have that confidence because you are now becoming, oh my God, it's such a beautiful flower. You know, you're becoming this beautiful, you're opening up and you're accepting the light being bathed on you by the universe, and you're listening and you're responding and you're hearing and you're acting based on all these things, and it's beautiful. It's healing. Such a beautiful healing time for you guys, Libra. I love it for you. Okay, I hope you like that reading. If you did, Libra, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share this reading, this video on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, and subscribe, my darlings, if you haven't already. As I said, I'll be back next week, or at the beginning of beginning of August, with your new love readings for the month of August. If you want to see a pick a card reading for the summer months, for the love summer months, then check that out. It's in the pick a card playlist now, as long with, you'll also find extra stuff in the key wisdom playlist. If you are excited about receiving your Reiki and you want to find out a little bit more about it, you can watch that video all about Reiki now to receive your healing, but you'll get it anyway. But if you just want to have a bit more information, blah blah blah, understand how it all works, etc., obviously watch that video. I will see you all again very soon. Follow us at Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram, on Facebook. I will see you even sooner. Have a wonderful couple of weeks, and let me know in the comments how this reading resonates with you. Okay, take care, my darling Libras. Bye.